may think I'm the most beautiful torpedo you've ever seen, but I'm just not into blondes.
Number 10, Meme Redon, Monster Girl Doctor. When assembling members of a Monster Girl harem, it's more often than not the weirder ones that stand out the most. Despite being a Cyclops with major anxiety issues, Meme established herself as the most adorable member of Dr. Glenn's ever-growing list of personal patients.
Yeah, Meme.
Even beating out a Lamaya, dragon, flesh golem, mermaid, and centaur along the way. Sure, the lone eye can be a little disconcerting, but how often do you meet a cute blacksmith with just a hint of tsundere in her? She can join our guild any day. Number 9, Hurdle, Sailor Moon. I mean, it says a lot when you have a shoe in the middle of your chest and can still say you've got it going on. As a daimon tasked with extracting a pure heart, Hurdle is pretty much what you'd expect. Evil to the core, fodder for the Sailor Senshi, and given her attire, a mighty fast runner.
She's fast! Hurdle line! Jump it!
Of course, the fact she can shred her targets with evil laces doesn't take away from the fact she's a beauty in her own warped way. Wonder what her shoe size is. Number 8, Komoko. So I'm a spider, so what? Not gonna lie, we're gonna miss the old Komoko. Sure, she was a spider, but she was so cute and sassy. Then again, after having died so many times and fought her way through natural selection, she deserved an upgrade where she could be, well, at least a little bit human. Turns out her evolution took some major influence from Dark Souls since she emerged as a half-woman, half-spider hybrid known as an Arachna. As long as you don't look below the waist, you're greeted to a rather flattering figure.
Number
7, Soka. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
ありがとうございます。
ガビル君、羨ましそうにするなよ。
While often overshadowed by Shion, one can't forget this little lady that basically appeared out of nowhere. Not sure if this is how Lizard Man DNA works, but we never expected the sister of Gabiru to go from scales to sleek legs. Yeah, apparently when making the genetic jump to Dragon Newt, the ladies of the species gain a new, mostly human form.
にしても、リザードなんて進化したら人間そっくりになるものもいるんだな。
While it's certainly more appealing, we're not sure Soga has done much with it, aside from flounder over the thought of getting intimately Argonian with Soe.
で、それは一体何だ?
これは的です。訓練用の。
Number 6, Lukoa, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
ちょっと行ってみよう。
Don't get us wrong, we would happily commit blood sacrifices in order to get this beauty to send an Ara Ara our way. But you have to wonder, why do all the dragons have colossal-sized chests?
どういうこと？実は僕は悪魔じゃなくてドラゴンなんだよ。
It seems that, with the exception of Kana, every time an ancient being decides to disguise themselves amongst humans, they're granted a generous bust that puts all of womankind to shame. Especially Lukoa. Seriously, she just needs to walk into a room and she'll have everyone declaring dragon supremacy.
あの魔法陣じゃ凶悪な悪魔が来て危ないかなって思って僕が先に出てきちゃったの。
Number 5, Ragnera, Monster Musume.
嫌になるわ。はじめまして、
私はラクネララクネラ
There are spiders, there are ladies, but there's only one spider lady whose sheer sex appeal defies logical convention and places her up there as a top-tier waifu.
だらしないもう音を上げたの
Very much a tease and dominant force when it comes to getting her way, Ragnera, nonetheless, has a sensitive side, often lamenting how everyone falls for her due to her voluptuous top half, but fears her because, well, you know, giant spider. Not that Kimihito minds, being a leg man and all.
この足はなんというかその生めかしいと思う
Number 4, God of War, Pokemon.
Oh, so it was a psychic attack from you guys?
For those of you not in the know and just see this psychic fairy type as a popular pocket monster, good for you, keep your innocence. As for everyone else, you know exactly why she's here.
Gardevoir, now Mega Evolve!
For some reason, Gardevoir was at the forefront of way too many Aero Dojins. Something about her bridal appearance, crushing psychic power, and sophistication really got some trainers going. Number 3, Mosquito Girl, One Punch Man.
何よあんたたちこんなんじゃ全然足んないわよもっと吸ってらっしゃい
She's a monster, she's a giant insect, she's a gold digger. And yet, every time she appeared on screen, she left many otaku with hearts in their eyes. Forever seeking fresh blood to empower her, this busty anthropod is oh so willing to have her swarm slaughter every person in sight to help her gather as much of that rich red as possible, only to discard them when they've served their purpose.
その子たちは必要なくなったのよだって
So, a nasty piece of work, one very much deserving to be splattered by Saitama, and yet remains a substantial candidate for way too many doujinshi.
なんなのよあいつ今のままじゃ殺されちゃいそうね
Number 2, Piglet Pancetta, Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time.
Kawaii!
This is a weird one. After all, this beauty is by far the most attractive character in the whole anime. Sure, she's got some rage issues, but for the most part, she's a sweetheart deserving of someone, anyone, who isn't Peter Grill.
ピーター様は間違っておられます私めはあなた様であれば
And yet, she's an orc who is considered ugly by her clan, thus her namesake, because they consider her ravenous form to be vile. It's backwards in so many ways, and by default, makes her the most beautiful orc in the medium. Torpedo Girl, Bobobo Bobo Bobo.
Jelly Jiggler's joke was lame and missed the target. But I didn't because I'm a torpedo.
Goes to show that anime truly can make anything a waifu. Even weapons of mass destruction! Outlandish even by Bobobo standards, this walking torpedo is all about showing off her legs, flaunting her tail fin, and detonating with extreme prejudice should anyone make the mistake of pissing her off.
You may think I'm the most beautiful torpedo you've ever seen, but I'm just not into blondes. But I might date you if you dye your hair brown.
You know what she's about, and what can happen if you make the wrong move. Other than that, well, she's an absolute catch. Well, not for me, but you know, you do you, man. Bless the poor soul who tries to slip a ring on that.
My kiss leaves a seal that never comes off and pain that never leaves you. Like a tattoo from an ex-girlfriend.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.